Hi everyone, Jeri Bellini here from Recycle Parts for Art. Welcome to Learn at the Little House. Today's video, I am going to be talking to you about something that I just found at the flea market the other day, and it was a haiku. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, H-A-I-K-U, a haiku kit, and it came in a plastic bag. And it was on this white, it turns out it was a magnet board. I thought it was just typed words, and I thought, oh, I'll use it, you know, my altered books, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, got it home, opened it up, and realized what it was. And I have no idea, I had no idea what haiku was. Yeah, I live under a rock, so let me tell you just in case you don't know what it is either. It's a form of poetry, and it originated in Japan, I believe, and it is 3 lines of poetry. The first line is 5 syllables, the second line is 7, and the third line is 5 syllables. And my kit came with all these words. Okay, so I started fooling around with it, and I found, because it was intriguing to me, I found that it was like doing a puzzle or anything that's mindful and you're thinking about what you're doing, and I found it to be very centering and very peaceful. And I started doing it first thing in the morning when I come to the little house, and no, we don't live here yet, but anyway, I get here pretty early. A lot of mornings I'm here at 6:30 by 6:30 a.m. and I really have been enjoying the time just sitting and doing this. So why am I here? I wanted to challenge you to join me. I decided to do it for the month of July, at least for the month of July. Who knows, maybe indefinitely. But at least 1 poem a day, and I've been posting them on Instagram, and I'm using a hashtag, and I would love to invite you to do this with me. Hashtag haiku, H-A-I-K-U, and then I have my initials, Recycled Parts for Art. So RP, the number 4A, is the hashtag. I'm going to post on Instagram every day, and I also post on Facebook. So if you're on either one of those platforms and you want to join me, I would love it if you would do that and use that hashtag so that they'll all go in. If somebody wants to do a search, they can find all these lovely poems, and how fun would that be? So what I decided to do is make a book and put them in a book. And the reason I'm doing that is because this is a magnetic board, and I put the words on there, and then I remove them and then put the next ones on. And I wanted all the poetry in one spot. So I thought, kill 2 birds with 1 stone and put them in a book. So I'm doing a little art. I'm being a little creative in this book. So this is an old altered book, and most of my books are still packed away. But I like this one because it's songs and rhyming, singing and rhyming. And I thought poetry, singing, rhyme would be perfect. So what I did is I took, I'm not removing any pages. I'm not going crazy with this. But I took and glued 3 pages together. And start in the center of the book and work your way to the right and to the left if you're going to glue any pages together. I decided to glue 3. And let's switch the camera over to my table, and I will show you the book. Okay, I'm extremely sorry about the lighting. It is raining cloudy today. I haven't gotten myself set up in my room yet. I plan on having like nice artificial lighting so that my videos are consistent. Sorry. So here's my book, and I will show you the few supplies that I'm using. I want to keep it really simple because it's really all about the mindfulness and the poetry. But why not have a little fun, little creative time too? So as I just said a few minutes ago, open your book to the center if you're going to do what I did, and start gluing your pages together. It took me about an hour to do that. I don't know if I'll decorate the cover with anything for the time being. I like the cover as is. So I am starting here, and let me show you over here first. So what I decided to do was get some gesso on the pages, put some collage on the pages, If there's a word that speaks to me, I don't cover that over, so that's a little reverse collage. I have a box right over here with some tissue paper, pattern paper, and some random book text and whatever. I always keep that in the corner on my desk in this section. And I'm just painting some of the pages. Okay, this is patterned tissue, and then I have some gesso over it, and that's as far as I got. Let's go back this way. So this is a little white paint. I'm keeping mine kind of organic looking, meaning I'm not going to be introducing a lot of bright colors in this. It's mindful. I want peace and just quiet when I'm working on it. That's not to say you can't, you know, slap down some lime green paint and have some real fun with your poems. You certainly can do that. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing this because I'm always rushing and hurrying, and I just want to sit down and do something centering for a few minutes in the morning. So preparing my pages, I'm putting some stuff down. In some cases it's just paint, and then I'm creating a border. So I can do that every so often when I have a few minutes, I want to create some art. I could go ahead and create some pages, get some pages ready. So these are some pages that I've gotten ready. This is brown paper bag from an Amazon order, and then I just went around, and I'm always doing a border of some sort. So here I have a couple pages that this is actually this is my first page. So let's go to the beginning. So this was my first one. I'm dating it. This was July 1st. And, you know, I know that today's the 6th or whatever. No worries. No catching up thing here. Just start where you're at and grab a book. If you don't want to be this extensive and do an altered book, just grab an empty journal. Grab a composition book. It's all about the poetry. If you want to get fancy or you want to be artsy, then you can go this route. So I just wanted to show you mine. So this is my first one. I'm not going to read the poems, but it's got the word trees in it. So I just did a pencil sketch. I'm using some watercolor paint that I have, this set with these colors in it. I keep it right here handy, and I'll show you my pens in a second. And just doodling around the end, and if something speaks to me in the poem, then I'll put a little picture on the bottom. If it doesn't, then it'll be empty. All right, this one has a little stenciling on top of it. I'm keeping it white, beige, you know, you get the drift. So it says, outside sparrows fly. I looked up a sparrow on the internet, and I grabbed a pencil and just sketched it out and did a little watercolor on it. This one talks about bugs and worms and in a garden, so I'll probably do a little something down there on the bottom. And here's where I'm at. So you see, I'm just getting started. I'm going to try to catch up on this today. For me, I wanted to do the whole month in this book. I have been posting on Instagram every day so far in July, and I would absolutely love for you to join me. So you see, these are pages doodling around the outside. I just like the way it looks. I try to keep my spread complementary. It doesn't have to be exactly the same, you see, but I try to use, like, maybe I would use the same colors. This one does have some stenciling, but it was kind of a botched job. That's okay. Trying to keep it kind of simple so you can see the words. All right, now let me talk about, I'll tell you the supplies I'm using. Very few. I'm using Sakura pens. This one is a glaze. This is just a regular jelly roll. So is this Sharpie pen. This is the No Bleed Sharpie, and I love this one. It's a Uniball Signal Bold. And I use a Uniball Signal White also, but most of my pages are going to be light, so I'm going to probably use the black pens for the most part. Alright, how am I getting my poems down there? At some point I might write them down myself with my own hand, with my own pen, but for the time being I'm using these cheap stamps that I got at Michael's. I think they were $1. You know, they come in this little box. So I have two sizes. I actually have a couple of different sets of these, and I'm just kind of doing whatever I feel like doing. I'm using a little white gesso. I have a little off-white cream craft paint. I have a little pip pen here, and it's in, like I said, the organic colors. Here's another pip pen, a water brush, and that's it. I think I covered it all. So I hope you'll consider joining me. I would love it if you use that hashtag. I am thinking, leave me a comment. If I don't decide to do this without your comments, my words. I am going to stick, that's part of my challenge, I'm going to stick to the words that were in the kit. And if you would like these words, I will take some time and I will type them up and I will share them with you. If you would like that, just leave me a comment. And then we could have all the same words and see what kinds of poems we get with the same words. I think that would be serious fun. I think I am going to do that. I laid them out in alphabetical order just because I could find them easier. I hope you join me, and I hope you have a blessed day full of love and recycled art. You probably see my chin moving. Hi! I hope you have a blessed day full of love and recycled art, and I will see you again soon. Please join me in this challenge. Bye.